Reach in.
Oh my God, you guys are
and
obnoxious.
turn the key.
Do I hold it? Do I crank it? Am I gonna blow something up?
No.
I'm scared.
Running around, hiding behind tables, or screaming like, ah!
You sound like that all the time.
Let me tell you something about black people. When stuff goes down, we keep our cool.
Maybe, but not like Asians. We never panic.
Yeah, right. When Godzilla's coming, y'all be tripping. I seen the movie. You be Gayaka, Gayaka!
Carter.
Yelling everywhere. I seen Chinese.
All right, so we got the car started yesterday. First thing we have to do is take out the Lone Star Ring Pinion and get the rear end apart and see what all's wrong with it. I've got 410 gears for it, so we're gonna replace whatever may be in it now with 410s, and I got a complete bearing kit and shim kit. So Eric O'Sullivan, the owner of Lone Star Ring Pinion, is gonna help me get this done so we can go test drive the car. Need some rotors. With it. 12.12. So I'm not going to bore you with taking the brakes apart. It's rear discs, it's real simple. Pulling this cover off. Somebody's been in it, it's been resealed. We don't know what gears it's in. This tag right here says 327. You can see right there it says 327. That's what's supposed to be in it from the factory. So we're gonna find out what's in it right now. And then one trick we used to do when we change them out, we put the factory tag back on. People think it's got a 327, but nobody ever gets up in here and looks. Models is they came with aluminum covers. Are you getting a good shot of my butt? This thing lift up any higher, Eric? No, the boy, this right here.
It's like a drum set.
Yeah, it's not fucking unlocking.
Somebody tightened it up, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody tightened it up.
I was like, am I crazy? Oh, I kind of knew how this worked, but I wasn't sure with it that tight. Look at that. It's not original fluid, but there's silicone on the cover, so somebody's been in it. Now, that ain't a 327. I don't think. It's a Ford gear. Got a rag. Looks like 373. Yeah, 373. Are you in time lapse? Okay, so
Want me to be?
somebody put a 373 gear in there. We're going to 410s, so it's gonna run better. So next thing is to get that 5/16. Think I've done this before?
Obviously.
This is an old forward start. It needs a Godzilla. So this is a, are we in the time lapse? Okay, so this is a, what we're doing now is taking this pin out. And this is a bolt that holds the pin in place. And you have to be careful because a lot of times get stripped. We have to take this out to get the C-clips out. So that little bolt holds the pin in place. The pin keeps the axles from falling out. So here's the pin. Keeps the axles pressed out and the C-clips in. Now, push these in as far as we'll go. It's a star head. I usually use a channel on it. Yeah. Thought it was grounded.
Bearings are gone.
Yeah. That's where our noise is coming from. If you can scroll up, come up close up here. You can see this, the whole carrier is moving back and forth. So the bearings that are under here are trash. Fortunately, we got new ones. Important here, when you're taking the bearing, the caps off for the carrier, you have to keep them on the right side. Set this one down over here. Set this one down over here. That way I don't ever get them mixed up. I don't ever forget. Think it's gonna fall out, Eric? Yeah. Woo! We're gonna put this shim in this race over here. We're not gonna use that race, are we, Eric? No. Probably want to use it. Yeah. Not with that much wear in it. Okay. There's your limited slip differential. Need to say it again? Oh, but it stinks, doesn't it, babe? Okay. So, there's a shim under here that we have to get out. None of this other stuff we're gonna use. We just wanna know what this shim is.
We don't care what that shit is.
Oh, we don't care anymore because we have a Lone Star Ring Opinion who's gonna shim it. But if we were doing this in the driveway or in the garage, we would get this bearing off with a press. We would put that shim on and start from there. But he's gonna start with a 23, I bet. 28. That was a pretty damn good close guess for a rookie rear end builder. I used to do these and never check the backlash in the driveway for $100. And it would take me all day and use hand tools with no air. That was when we were young and full of energy and needed a $100 day. All right, so we got new races and new bearings in, the new pinion gear, and Eric just crushed the brand new crush sleeve. And one thing we used to do when we were younger and doing these on our back was we used the old crush sleeve because we didn't have these fancy Milwaukee impacts and couldn't. It was really tough to crush the new crush sleeve, but he did it, and it's got just a little bit of resistance. You can see, I can feel the resistance in there. It's dry with no oil on it, but you don't want to go too tight, but you want to resist it. 15 inch pounds? Huh? So, but you want to go to about 15 inch pounds. If you want to put an inch pound wrench on here, that's what you want it to do before it turns. So that's how you know you got your crush sleeve done right and the right adjustment in the pinion. So there's that. All right, so bearings are seated. Took that air hammer, hit it back and forth. Now we have the same 15 inch pounds. I have the inch pound wrench was installed in my arm from the factory. Click, 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 click. Okay. And you had to tighten the bolts and then stick it in the press and when you come to a real ring and pinion shop, they have these handy dandy tools that are a lot safer.
Where do you get stuff like that? Oh, ring and pinion supply company? Well, let's call ring and pinion their page.
The bearings off. Trying to press these in with those presses, 2-ton presses or whatever, is kind of tricky, kind of dangerous. Put them in the press to put the bearings back on? Huh? Yes. So, let me get the bearings. Okay, now we're going to press the bearings on real quick. So explain this like I explained it, but better.
It's good.
It's good. So we want it.
know, I haven't
We
seen
want
it.
it in the middle. Oh, you can't see. So you want it in the middle of the tooth here, lengthwise, and in middle this way. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the actual first start footage, and my roommate Mikey was messing with Tanya. It's funny watching. Turn the key. Let's see what it does.
Don't video me.
Yes.
Look, I'm worried about the ding on the door. That's everything else that we've done to this thing. Do I hold it? Do I crank it? Am I gonna blow something up?
No, just crank it up. See if it starts. Do it.
Don't be scared.
Let it go. Let a little fuel go. Maybe
Yeah.
wait a minute. That much I know.
Try it again. Start it.
Trying to remember what I did with the power steering fluid. Transmission fluid.
The great gold bottle? Gold?
No, that's antifreeze.
All right, are you sure you got the right keys? Okay. Fire this bad boy up.
Oh, look, it went in.
No, that makes sense.
Hammer trying to start a Mustang doesn't work.
Okay. Power steering pump, fine, it's getting good. Turn the wheel a little bit. Keep turning. Turn it back the other way a little bit. Keep turning. All right, turn. No, keep it, let it run. Here, take this. so here's some of the random pictures I took while getting close to starting it. Putting the fuel pump in the gas tank and making this convoluted bracket from scraps. I took the lift plate that came with the engine and cut it down and welded some stuff to it. You can't see it, it's kind of hidden behind the power steering reservoir, but this is the process. And then cutting the hood to clear the throttle body, elbow, and cold air. Enjoy that, and then I'll get to some action footage. I was really anxious about cutting this hood because I wanted to make the hole look really tight, but the throttle body and adapter were not real easy to cut around, so I taped it up and I cut it real small at first and then cut it a little bigger and a little bigger until I got it cleared. I wanted to kind of do it around, but it looked better, kind of this oval dog bone shape. And I need to trim a little bit more where it touches the actual elbow, but you can see when the hood shut, it hardly sticks through and it looks pretty cool. This is the OBR instructions. This is the patch I had to make for the floor pan. Here we go, some action footage. So this pass was with Tanya in the car on the Nitto Street Tire 550.
I can't even hold the camera straight.
Quarter mile.
This pass was by myself on an ET Street 2611.5 on a 15-inch wheel. It was basically the same time because I had to pedal. This last pass was with just me in the car after doing a burnout in Dr. Pepper because I had no pimp juice, and getting the car to 60 foot a lot better. So the first weekend we got it running, there happened to be a car culture event at a place called La Cantera. Some people say La Cantera. It's a really neat event. A lot of really high-end cars there, and the 7.3 emblems on the side of the car got a lot of attention. People would walk by this car thinking it was just another old Mustang, and then they'd see the 7.3 emblems and take a second look, and they were tripping because it was the first Godzilla motor they'd seen. Tanya's brother also entered his Mercedes in its first car meet, and her nephew brought his ZL1 out, so it was a whole family affair at the car culture event here in Katy, Texas. Here's some clips from it.
some racing.
Let's go.